I really hope everyone is okay today. Everyone is safe. Today we are here again with a new topic. It has been something I have really wanted to talk about, but it's something that is difficult to talk about. But I think that, as I always say, we need to improve, we need to change. So I decided to bring this up. Once again, I'm not gonna judge, I'm not gonna talk bad about anybody. I'm not here to let anyone feel bad. I know that when we move abroad, we do that for a better life for ourselves and for the people that we left back home. That is something that I really admire and have a big respect for, because to take such a huge responsibility for yourself whilst you are in a new country, a new environment, but yet you have a goal. And this is a goal that many people have followed and really have brought a lot of poor relatives back into a stable life. I'm gonna call it a black tax. It's a big burden, but we all know that we need to follow that. What black tax mean is when you move, or if you become a successful person, you need to take care of the people back home or your siblings. It can be that you are still living in your home country, but you still need to look back to the people who doesn't have what you have. You still need to take care of your relatives, as well as probably cousins, the whole family. It's a huge responsibility that we put on us. But I want to address this today because as a human being, you cannot take everything on your head. Every time that I'm traveling, I never thought about it. But one of these days, I start to think about it. Whilst I was sitting in the flight, and when they started to give us all this security instructions, I know there is two things that they used to talk about. You put your security belt first on you as a parent, and then you put the security belt on your children if they cannot do it themselves. And the second one that they will alert you is, if in case anything happened during the flight, they want you to put your oxygen mask on first before you help anyone else beside you. If it's your children, if it's your grandmom, or whoever that need that help, you first need to put your oxygen mask on first before you help anybody else. And this is something I think many people doesn't think about. You need to be stable before you help anyone else. What I'm trying to say here is that I think sometimes we do too much. When we come to Europe or when we travel abroad, everyone knows that we have a responsibility to take care of back home. But the problem that I think that we are having right now is that we overdo things. When you overdo things back home, I want you to ask yourself, am I doing or am I building all those houses back home? Because many friends or many relatives that I know, they have probably 2 or 3 houses back home. And most of them probably travel 2 or 3 times back home every year. And do you even have time to enjoy what you have accomplished? Ask yourself that. Many of us even doesn't see most of the things that we have done back home. We see pictures of it. Everyone is struggling for something so that they can enjoy it later on in future. That's what my struggle is. I don't know about anyone else, but I want everyone to have that mindset that why or what am I struggling for? Why am I struggling? If you ask yourself that question, I think that you might have some answers. We build many houses in Ghana. We send money almost every month to our relatives. We work for them, we live for them. It's something good to help back home. I'm doing the same. There is nothing wrong with it. But what I'm trying to say is, the person that you are helping, how long are you going to help the person? The person that you are helping, is it investment or is it just hand to mouth every month? What I would love us to do, or what I would love you to think about, is that, am I helping this person to be able to take care of themselves in future? Or am I going to be the provider every single month until the day I cannot afford anymore? My personal view of this is that instead of you helping that person every month, sending money here and there, why don't you invest in them? I don't know what you can do, but in your area, you can have a look and see, can I build a small store? Can I open a shop? Can I do something that I can probably employ my relatives to work there, so that I know that every month I can pay them and they can provide for themselves? That means you will not need to send money to them every month. This is really something that I think that many people doesn't think about, or probably many people is already doing this. That's really good. That I call investment. The same way as we are investing in our case in this country. I will come into that one later on. What I want you to think about, instead of you probably building 3 or 4 houses just to have the status in Europe. Oh, me, sure, I build many houses, I have this here, I have that here, I have this here, I have that here. But my dear, or mister, have you think about this? The job that you were doing is a hardship job. I'm not gonna put down any kind of work, because I know every job is a job. I'm not doing a better job myself. But probably the job that you are doing is a hard job. Ask yourself, how long am I going to do this for? Probably that job you are doing is a lot of stress, less sleep. And our body needs rest, our body needs sleep, our body needs good food. I have seen many people that probably because of the job they are doing, they don't even have time to eat well or to sleep well. And our body needs those things. If you don't put a petrol in your car, how is it going to take you to your destination? You need to see that I need to take care of myself, as I said at the very beginning. If you don't have a strong ground, how are you going to be able to be stable to take care of somebody else? So to take care of ourselves and make sure that, okay, this is where I am standing firm and I am standing strong. So with this, I can be able to focus on other people. When a sickness catch you, God forbid, or when your job is not the same active as before, or maybe you lose your job, who is going to take care of those people you have been taking care of? So what I'm trying to say here is that you need to put yourself in a good position before you start helping. And when you start or decide to help all those people, what you have to think about is, how long am I going to help those people? Am I going to put them in a situation that very soon they can take care of themselves? Or are you just going to be the one providing for them every time? That is a big risk. I know of people that have died through the struggle, through the hardship work, just to build houses in Africa. And that makes me really sad. Those people didn't even have a chance to go home and see what they have accomplished. Those people didn't have a chance to live the good life with what they have really fought for. Like I said, I am doing the same mistake and I need to change myself. We need to change our mindset when we are in Europe to live a better life. And before we start helping people back home, we need to stand on our ground. We need to know that, okay, if I give them £2, I have £3 left. If I'm going to help somebody in Africa, or if I'm going to help somebody back home, I know that I'm helping this person to be able to help themselves later on. We that have case in Europe, or we that have case abroad, we need to think about that those cases when we are very old, that we can help ourselves. They are the one going to be there to support and help us. So we need to make sure with all that we are trying to do for people back home, we need to invest in our case. This is very, very important. I can almost say that this is your future and their future. You brought these kids to this world for them to have a stand, for them to have a better future than you had. So this is the time that before you start putting all your investment or all your mind into doing things back home, make sure that your case, if it's the education that they are into, make sure that you are active in it. Make sure that you know what they are missing and what they need help with. Help them with that. Put your investment in them. Let them have a good ground. Let them have a good education in their life. If your child or your children is very good in sport, put them in there and follow up. Follow them, support them. This is something that I have seen that many people ignore. But something that it amazes me sometimes, that you are living here most of your time. You travel probably back home twice or 3 times in a year. So that means you live here more than Africa or back home. So why don't you try as much as you can to make it more comfortable, more livable where you are? If you have a mind of moving back home, it's different thing. Then probably you are planning or you are putting all your mindset to move there. But I know most of us, that's what we say. But we know that it's not going to be that case. I know that I cannot live back there unless I have so much money that I'm going to be well off. So I'm not going to move back there any soon. So why don't I make where I am now livable, where I am now comfortable, where I am now successful, so that I'm living a good life? As I said, invest in your case. They are your blood, they are your future. Make them become successful. So please, what I'm trying to put across here is that let us change our mindset of how we live our life in Europe, because this has become our home. Either we want or not, either we like or not, this has become our second home, or most of us, our first home. So more comfortable you are or more livable you make it, that's gonna make your life more happier. And probably you will enjoy life better than what you have been doing. I came to Europe when I was very young. When I travel back to Ghana, it doesn't feel the same. I know many people is not in the same situation as I am, but I know some is in the same situation as I am. I have been living here most of my life. What is back there, I don't know much about it. But when I'm living, I know much about it. So I am trying to balance it. I need to help my relatives as well. But the help that I'm giving to them, I have to make sure that I make them self-sustained. That's very important. I'm getting old and I'm gonna get weak. The work that I have been doing for years is not gonna be the same effective. I know that we are all trying our best to help our people back home. That's really good thing to do. We shouldn't stop. But try to make that help a help that will let anyone that you are helping back home self-sustain. We still need to keep on what we are doing, but do it in the right way, and don't kill yourself for anyone or for anything. This video is for the people who is overdoing their help back home, giving money, building houses, or whatever they are doing. Just have a strategy about what you are doing. Have a plan so that it doesn't become your death. It's hard, it's tough, like I said. We all need to change our mindset. We all need to change the way we live. Please, live well so that you can live to see your grandkids. You can live to see the good life that you have been fighting for, that you have been wishing for. If you do it in the wrong way, it might cost your life, it might cost your health. I know Lumba says something in his song, and in Chi is Obema Beyebi, but Wameye Nina. A man came to do what he can, but he cannot do everything. So guys, please have a nice evening and see you in my next video. Please subscribe, like, and give me your comments. I love the comments because it makes me better myself, and if there is something you want me to bring up, I can do that. We are here to improve and to better ourselves. Thank you. Bye.